There it goes.
All
I
right.
see it. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andre Rainey. I'm the proud mayor of the great city of Peekskill, New York, and I'm here with our wonderful city manager, Andy Stewart. Good afternoon, Andy. How are you?
Thrilled to be here with you, Mayor.
As
Beautiful
always.
Tuesday morning.
Absolutely, as always. So we are here doing we do every Tuesday afternoon, giving you a weekly update on how the city of Peekskill is doing with the COVID numbers. Today's date is September 14th, 2021. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to you, Andy, to give us an update on where we are at the numbers and where we are at the vaccinations.
Thanks, Mayor. So our news is both good and bad as usual. We have 60 active, actually 50 active cases, which is actually a good news. It's a decrease of about 12 from last time we reported. So our active cases seems to be kind of holding steady around 50 or 60. And of course, that's with the Delta variant circulating, and people who are not vaccinated are a substantial risk of getting sick. Um, Fortunately, that number has seems to be kind of level right now. Our vaccination rate continues to climb. Go Peekskill.
All
We're at
right.
74.4%. A week or so ago, we were at 72.9. Before that, 72.3, 70, 67. So it's definitely coming up. If you go back to the end of May, we're at 47%. So thank goodness, that people are continuing to go out there and take advantage of all the ways to get vaccinated,
Mm-hmm.
to protect their health and their health of their friends and family as well.
That is awesome.
I wanted to,
74%. Look at P scale. That's awesome. Go P scale.
it's coming along. I mean, I think the national average is at 75% right now. There's places that are so far behind. And of course, in other parts of the country, it's a blessing to be in New York, where people seem to be kind of on the ball on this in ways that other states just aren't.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's great. Great, great, great. So continue to wear your mask, continue to social distance, continue to carry yourself positively with your hygiene and everything else. Very important.
Yeah, we are going to
Vital
bring we are
administrations.
bringing an opportunity to the city council next week with a special outreach campaign. We've identified an organization which is good at that. Just try to push that vaccination message even more effectively into
Hmm.
some of the parts of the community that they're a little harder to reach. And so we'll be talking about that as a strategy next week, and looking forward to sharing those ideas with you. And
Absolutely. Looking forward to that.
want to move forward with that. It's a nonprofit agency that kind of coordinates that activity. So,
Okay.
so we have a number of items. Obviously, we're tracking. We're continuing to insist on mask use in the city. One of the things that the city council decided last night was to use a hybrid meeting method, which will start on September 27th for the Common Council meeting, and folks who want to participate remotely will be able to do that, whether it's to make a public comment or even if it's a city council member who needs to be home or is on a trip or something like that. We'll have the hybrid meeting set up. We ask you to bear with us. It'll be the first time we've run a city council meeting that way. It involves kind of jury rigging some new wires and computers and microphones and stuff like that in the chambers room.
Mm-hmm.
But we're trying it out with the planning department. Hopefully it'll go well with those guys tonight. And on the 27th, we'll have our initial run as a true hybrid meeting. So we're setting up a little camera so that folks who can participate on Zoom can see the council on
Yeah.
the Zoom grid, in addition to if they're watching TV. And,
Exactly.
and the clerk and the mayor will have to figure out how to take public comment from people who are both.
No, we're not gonna have to figure it out. We already know. If you would like to comment, you can join on the Zoom. Or you go to the council meeting.
Either way,
That's the best
you're
way to
gonna
do it.
call on people, maybe take some people from online and take some people from in the room, or
Yeah,
however.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That part we'll figure out. But if you'd like to comment during the council meeting, please join us for the Zoom, or you can come in person. And the Zoom is for your safety only. So if you feel like you don't want to be in the city hall for whatever your reasons may be or concerns, that's perfectly fine. But now you will have the opportunity to speak at the council meeting either from your home comfortability, or from the city hall common council chambers.
Yeah, we're happy to be able to offer that service because we encourage people to participate, essentially.
Absolutely. I'm glad they brought that up. If I could say a few things to Annie, I just want to say once again, congratulations to our receivers of the evening last night who received their proclamations. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on one second. You can go ahead, Andy. I'm sorry. I'll come back to this.
I can see you've got some company in your office there, so a little annoyed. Yeah, the city council did several proclamations last night, which is always a joy to celebrate the leadership of people in the community. And
Absolutely.
I know the mayor wants to talk about Candace Mercado.
Yes, Candace Mercado, Rodney Arthur, and of course our very own Chief Donald Homie. Rodney Arthur was the principal of the Peekskill City High School, and he decided to resign. Candace Mercado is the first female chief officer, I believe, in our ambulance corps, and so we recognized her last night as well. And Donald Home is our chief of police, who has decided also that he's going to be resigning and moving on. So we want to thank them for all of their service. Thank you to Principal Arthur and to Chief, and especially thank you to Candace Mercado because she's not leaving; she's just getting started.
And she's going great guns. I got to tell you, her role over there is amazing. The leadership she provides to the ambulance corps is just
Absolutely,
a sight to behold.
absolutely.
It's a great organization, by the way. They're amazing service to the city of Peekskill.
So, oh, you're frozen. I don't know if it's me or you. It's like you're frozen.
I think I can hear you okay, Mayor.
Okay, good, good. So it is me then. So all right. So moving right along, we did renew the Peekskill Business Improvement District's contract with the city last night. It has been extended to September of 2026, I believe,
Yep.
so they can continue the work that they've done for our downtown and making our downtown the best downtown, at least one of the best downtowns in Westchester County.
Yeah, no, that it's a real partnership. I meet with them every single week to go over kind of housekeeping issues in the downtown. And right now we're working on trash communications because first of all, I want to just remember that tomorrow is the bulk pickup, and it's on the east side tomorrow, and then the week after it's on the west side. So folks who've been waiting for that bulk pickup day,
I'm
uh,
glad you said that.
tomorrow is the time. Bring
I'm so
everything out
glad you
that
said that.
you can. Otherwise, there's always the Saturday morning drop off program. But with the business improvement district, we're focused on the downtown area and the trash cans, and trying to get folks to stop plugging up the cans with bags of household or business trash. You can put your trash out almost every single morning. It's weekdays and Saturday mornings. You can put it out. Just put it beside the can. Don't fill up the can so that when people come along with their coffee cup, it just bounces out. That'd be super helpful if people could just comply with that. We're actually working on some little signs and stickers and stuff as reminders. It would help a whole lot because when those cans overflow, it makes a big mess.
Absolutely. And litter's always been an issue. We've been doing pretty good. I know that we were doing really well, and then I want to say midsummer last year, people started finding people's masks on the ground in the
Mhm.
downtown in different areas too. So please just play your role. I mean, we as the leadership and the government in the city, we are doing, as Andy just said, meet with the bid and doing things to try to make sure people remember to throw your trash in the trash, throw your trash in the garbage, but do
Mhm.
your part, people. Like this is it's really it's not just the it doesn't, whoever this city mayor is, it doesn't matter who the mayor is. If you see a garbage can, you throw it on the floor. That's accountability issues there. So please throw your trash away, put it where it's supposed to go. Let's keep our city clean.
It always makes me happy when I see the local businesses out there kind of sweeping up like they're supposed to do. But it's nice, some are much more active on that than others, and that really sends a strong
Right.
message that you care about the community.
Frozen.
Yeah. So wanted to mention that. A couple other items from our meeting last night. We wanted to thank volunteers who are getting appointed to boards and commissions. Mayor, I don't know if you want to say a word or two about Susan, Steve, and Alexis. Uh, Sorry, I think you got a mute there by accident.
Yes, sir. My phone is my computer's frozen. I'm sorry. But go ahead.
So the city council made two appointments to the Human Relations Commission, reappointing Susan Erdy, who's been the chair. She's done a great job, and adding Steve Colias, who's a wonderful guy. He's a social studies teacher, and just has a lot to offer. So it's nice to see people joining that, and obviously they're doing it completely for free.
Yeah, they're volunteering, and I love to hear that people are stepping up to the plate, volunteering their time to be a part of such boards. So thank you both, and the others we appointed to.
Yeah, the other one, Alexis Perota, who is being appointed to the Zoning Board of Appeals, which is a really, really important board, helping with the enforcement of our zoning rules and helping property owners, with various kinds of improvements. So thanks to Alexis for stepping up on that as well.
Hmm.
A couple other items just moving forward, just kind of housekeeping stuff. We got the nod from the city council to move ahead with bidding out a couple of really important items. One, of course, is our paving, our annual paving program where we pick the most potholy streets out there and put them on the list for repaving, which is really important. I know everybody's looking forward to that. Also, roof work at the Paramount Theater, and we're also going to get these bollards like we use on Restaurant Row to close the street so it's safe from cars when we have events in the street. We're going to get the same kind of bollards for the Bank Street. So when the farmers market, the flea market, or other special events are there, we can be sure that the cars can't get through. And it's just an important part of security for the events. And the ones we're going to get, hopefully the ones for Bank Street, you're going to have little holes so you can tie up your bike. So the
Mm,
Business Improvement District, just to get the right design there. We thank them for their guidance on that.
nice. That is gonna be nice.
Encourage people to go to the farmers market on Saturday mornings. Let's see, what else was I going to say? That kind of brings us to some event related information. Just want to do some reminders about that. Number one, thanks to everybody who came out for the 9/11 ceremonies to support that. The Rotary ran one on Thursday, and of course, the fire department on September 11th itself. If anybody missed those events and they want to see them, the fire department event was actually put on video by our city video program, and you can find that on the Facebook page for the city. Just want to mention that on September 18th, there's a lot of great stuff happening in the city. One thing is Ray Blues Jazz Group is going to be at Pugsley Park at 12:30 to 2, and always an amazing musical act to catch. So hit the farmers market and then go over and have a little picnic. Want to mention that there's also an Ozland Festival on Saturday the 18th, taking place in the streets near the gazebo, with a lot of different activities and vendors and music and art and so on. It's sort of all in celebration of the Wizard of Oz heritage that the city of Peekskill uniquely has. So more on that. Check on your Facebook pages and get the details. Let's see.
Good.
I
All good.
think that might be it for special event notices, Mayor. Unless I'm missing something.
I think you touched everything. The car show should be pretty nice. The machines with souls. I'm looking forward to checking that out.
Yeah, so Sunday mornings we usually have the Cars with Coffee folks, and it's really neat. They bring their fancy sports cars down, and people like to look at them, pop the hood, talk to the owners, and then we're gonna have the this other group taking over for one weekend anyway. Um, so Machines with Souls. uh, People just love their cars in the United States. They just love their cars. That's under-
All right, sounds good. So I get unless you have anything else, we can get to the comments. See if anybody has any questions about anything we mentioned or
Sure.
information they
I'm
want to
not,
know.
I'm not, unless I missed something, I'm not seeing any comments or questions at this time, Mayor. I see there's 8 people watching us right now. We're welcome to drop something in the chat. While people are thinking about that, I could give a quick little rundown on our grants program, which I presented last night at the city council. I'm actually looking for my memo on that.
Yeah, definitely do. There's a lot of information for those of you who missed the meeting last night. A lot of information on the DRI funding and different grants the city of Peekskill been approved for. Different grants the city of Peekskill should be receiving soon, and different grants the city of Peekskill is also applying for. So, the information you provided with us last night was wonderful. So please check out the council
Yeah,
meeting.
yeah, I had to look at my recycling bin to get this memo. So already moved on. But the main thing is to remember, because there's so much excitement around the downtown revitalization, the $10 million coming to the 2 city projects. 7 of those projects are actually city sponsored, and the others are private. The private ones range across the Boys and Girls Club and the Kylie Center, the major improvements to that building, public art projects going up and down the streets, and down the arches, down the ones that are behind me on my screensaver. Actually, there's more arches with more murals planned for a different section of the highway there. So there's some private projects which we're supporting. The Paramount Theater improvements are a private funding deal from the state to the tenants there. But at the same time, the city is investing in a whole series of projects that are DRI funded as well. The Monument Park, $250,000. Pugsley Park, $313,000. The gazebo area and the whole streetscape, 1.5 million. Bike and pedestrian links down to the waterfront from the central business district, another 1 million or so. The Fleischman Pier, which is a marvelous asset for the city, which is quite old and dilapidated and unsafe at this point, for major boats to come into, will be improved along with some bathrooms on the waterfront there. That's a combination of funding from a couple of different sources. So the other thing that's funded is this business building revitalization fund. So businesses located in Peekskill will be able to apply for funding for improvements to the facade or improvements to capital like kitchen facilities and counters and things like that, renovations that they can apply for. So these are the kinds of grants that we're going to be managing in the coming year, just coming out of the DRI. It's really, it's the city is really going to see a huge amount of work get done in the next couple of years. From the another project is the Main Street sidewalks going up between City Hall up to Division. They're going to get an overhaul with a combination of state and funding. So big things planned. There's going to be a lot of project management by city staff and a lot of construction activity. Ultimately, the public is going to get to see. The park improvements to the DRI will require some community meetings so that the questions of design and features and any changes to those parks can be reviewed by the community to see what makes the most sense. So keep an eye out for opportunities to participate in those planning sessions. I'll leave it at that. We have a long list of externally funded projects, infrastructure, parks, facilities, building improvements to the youth bureau, to the neighborhood center, to our water infrastructure, and so on. And we're going to keep on looking for external funding wherever we can find it. But those are the projects for the most part that we'll be seeing through this year, over the next couple of years, actually. So I just wanted to mention that.
It all sounds great to me. I'm glad that the people can actually hear about it now because they've been waiting for these projects to come down the line and they're finally on their way.
All right, now I'm starting to see some comments on Facebook here. Let's see what we got. Why did the Road Knights leave Peekskill for Yorktown? I can't speak for them. They're just, I don't know, that's a club that organizes events with cars. So the Mrs. Walker wants to know, so the city council agendas are always published on the website, and the public hearings that are rescheduled for various reasons will be published as well. So just keep an eye on the city's website for any information about meetings and what's on the agenda.
Absolutely.
Vince Landers is taking us to task on the flag etiquette. I got to own that one, Vince. We had so much going on Friday. I forgot to ask for the flag to be lowered on September 11th. We didn't get to it until the afternoon, so apologies for that. Should have been come down in the morning and gone up in the evening. But I just signed up for a text alert for the New York State flag positioning. So hopefully all such further events will come in with that reminder. The people are supporting and interested in the improvements to the Paramount repairs. Paramount building has various leaks in the roof and other issues. It's an old building that needs a lot of investment, and we're going to be having engineering reviews and a lot of work on that over the coming year or two, I'm sure. I don't know there's a question about whether the tea room is receiving a grant. There's certainly no grant that I'm aware of that is in any sense affiliated with the city. The tea room, as people know, had to be demolished because of a roof failure. And as far as I understand, it's a private matter. The city supports the project through the permitting process, making sure that we keep it safe and code compliant as the owners pull together their plans for a new building.
Absolutely.
And wish Vivian all the best, and her husband who did a wonderful job getting people out of that building before the roof came down. It'll be great to see a new building go up on that site. I don't know when that's going to happen at this point, but I'm sure we're all looking forward to that. That's what I've got for these Facebook comments so far, Mayor. If you've got anything else you,
Okay. No, nothing today. I just want to say congratulations to our chief. Chief will be leaving us within the next week and a half. So I wish him nothing but continued success. And that's it for today, Andy. Thank you for your work as well. Thanks for the update on the DRI projects and the grants that we are applying for, receiving, and possibly going to receive in the future. And to everyone that tuned in, thank you for tuning in and share this meeting. And God bless you all. Same time next week.
Thank you, Mayor. Take care of yourself. Bye bye now.